On page 125, Christy gives a list of special guest stars, which includes a senator from Delaware. He's either Senator William Roth, who's famous as the inventor of the Roth IRA, or Senator Joseph Biden, who is famous as the President of the United States.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
This book was written by Ellen Miles. Christy loves baseball, but it also makes her feel awkward because it reminds her of her father. She occasionally wonders about her dad and what he would do if he was here. Knowing him, he'd probably promise to do something important for her, then suddenly leave without saying goodbye. Christy's stepfather, Watson, has signed them up for a special father-daughter baseball camp. It's run by famous baseball player Bill Bain. Watson loves Bain, and he won't stop talking about how excited he is to meet his idol. And here I thought Watson's idol was Sherlock Holmes. Remember the awful book where Abby didn't get the position she wanted on the soccer team? This book comes dangerously close to repeating that story. When Christy fails the school softball tryouts, she is put on second string. Christy is devastated, and she starts wondering if she's a failure. What if she's doomed to be second best at everything? Then Christy goes to Delaware for the rest of the book, so it's literally impossible for her to follow up with the drama of the school softball team. In the subplot, David Michael has a baseball card collection. He likes it until he sees the other kids have professional collections with fancy containers and plastic sleeves. Ooh. David Michael feels pretty bad in comparison. At baseball camp, Christy makes friends with 12-year-old Vicky Sahadevin. Vicky's kind of bored, while her father is just as excited as Watson. Their coaches are Matt and Gloria. Matt is a total scatterbrain who has no idea how to coach. Christy is forced to step in and assume control of the group when Matt has no idea how to pick a team name or how to divide up the players. Matt also loses the equipment, but technology saves the day.
We're high-tech here, he continued with a grin, pulling out a cell phone. He yanked up the antenna, dialed, and spoke into the phone.
A phone with an antenna? That's so high-tech, dude! Things get sad for everyone. Christy has a slump and worries about her dad. Vicky complains she kinda hates baseball. She only came here because her dad forced her to. Bill Bain shows up during lunchtime. I get the sense he only showed up so he could get free food. Watson tries to talk to him, and Bill basically says, "Go away, weirdo, I'm eating." Watson becomes sad. He complains that he's old and stupid. He needs to lower his expectations. Oh, poor Watson. David Michael buys a fancy baseball set. He and the other kids start trading their cards. I think it's hilarious that Laurel Kuhn only wants players named Joe. It's not explained why, but she wants Joe, 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 and Joe. That's her collection. It's funny. David Michael is furious when a kid named Barry tricks him into trading a valuable card for two worthless ones. It's like trading Marianne Saves the Day for Dawn Saves the Planet. Not a good trade. Baseball camp continues to be a bummer for everyone. Vicky complains her father always forces her to do things she doesn't like. Christy encourages Vicky to stand up for herself. This goes so well, Christy's inspired to stand up for Watson. The next time Bill Bain is a jerk, Christy tells him off for being rude and avoiding everyone all the time. Abby helps David Michael realize that having fun is the most important part of collecting baseball cards. The cards with good memories are better than the cards that are worth a lot of money. All the kids agree, money's not as important as memories. I'm not sure real-life 8-year-olds would say this. Bain takes Christy's criticism to heart. He steps up to the plate, literally and figuratively. He acts like a real coach, and the team is so inspired, they finally start playing well. Watson and Christy are both elated when they make good hits and they win the big game against the senator from Delaware. Christy decides she doesn't care that she's second string. She's just happy to play baseball. This kind of conflicts with the other lesson she learns, which is that she doesn't like playing baseball. She likes coaching baseball. She's so good at being a coach, they give her a special award. The end. Post-book follow-up. I liked this book, although when I summarized it for this review, I realized how little story there is. It's mostly the characters spinning their wheels and repeating the same basic actions, like Vicky gets sad, Vicky gets sad, and Vicky gets sad. There were enough storylines being juggled that it works fine and it doesn't feel repetitive. I liked Coach Gloria. She was on a baseball team which had a movie based on them. Pretty much all the time, she is inspirational and interesting. I liked reading about her. I wish she had more of a story beyond being a good role model. I also liked Watson's story. It was emotional to see him get so upset over being snubbed by his personal hero. I didn't like the other stories as much. More effort could have been put into developing them and making them more distinct. I was hoping to see Christy draw a parallel between her dad never being around and Bane never being around. And I wanted Christy to have a big heart-to-heart talk with Watson because they're both feeling insecure. That would have been nice. I barely cared about Vicky's story, which we've seen before, and the baseball card story felt a little like it was written by someone who doesn't understand baseball cards. This is a good enough note for Christy's last book of the series. It feels appropriate that she ends with a baseball story, considering how many of her books have dealt with the Crushers team. I give Babysitters Club number 129, Christy at Bat, a 7.5 out of 10.